Just when I was getting ready to get out and do some work, I look over at my truck, and can you see what the problem is? Well, let's go check it out. What the heck? I just drove it home from work and parked it. Well, I guess we're gonna have a little delay in getting the field cut. All right, let's investigate it and see what's going on. Didn't notice anything on the way home, so must have got something on the way home. Looking for anything obvious at first. It's one of those muggy days, but I'm glad, thank you Lord, that it didn't happen on the road. Not seeing anything obvious. Let's check the inside wall. Not hearing anything obvious either. This little this little trick that I've always used, just get some dish soap and water and spray the tire down any high potential places. Get some gloves since I have some. Yep. Let's do the broadcast thing. See, if you'll notice, if you have an air leak, it'll bubble up. Just like that. It had to be something pretty large for it to go down that quick. All right, I found it. Didn't expect this. Valve stem. Unusual. All right, that means I gotta get the spare out. Hopefully it's good, and change the tire out. All right, we got the spare off. Probably the original, so looks like it's holding it here. Oh my God, these things are heavy. Heavy. Always temp start your lug nuts. Otherwise you take a risk of cross threading, which means screwing up the threads. I always use a cross pattern. So I'll do one side and the opposite side. Okay, now I got them snugged up. Always torque your lug nuts off when the truck is on the ground after you've already temp tightened the lug nuts with a wrench or a gun. So I always keep this on my truck along with the extension and the proper socket. That way I can always have something to take my lug nuts off, put them on, and torque them off. And you want to make sure you do a smooth stroke. It doesn't do any good to do that. That's not torque. That's about it as far as changing the tire on the Ram 2500 Laramie Longhorn. So hope that helps you out. Gonna go investigate this valve stem. I'll let you know on a follow-up video what we find out there. Gonna go ahead and get new tires probably this weekend. Just bite the bullet. So always gauge your tires, especially the spare. Unfortunately, I can't find my digital air pressure gauge. I think I gave it to my daughter, but I found one of these cheapies just to get an idea of what we had in this spare itself. It looks like it's right at 40 psi, which I've been running about 80, 70 to 80 on the rear, but it'll suffice for temporary. I went to go check on the opposite side, the good tire, with this, and didn't even think about it. But I put this gauge on there and it blew it out because it's a cheap gauge and it doesn't go up to apparently 70 pounds of pressure. All right, we're gonna get some new shoes for the girl today. Been running with these Firestone Transforce. Not getting much tread life out of those. So we're gonna try something different today. Hopefully I make the right choice. We're gonna see about going white walls out, or we may go black walls out. I guess you'll see soon enough. All right. That's white letters out. I sort of like it. And the black.
I like if it's the pencil on it. I'm not a big fan of them, but when they have the nice thick white lettering, I like it a lot. Either way, it's probably gonna look really good.
There she is, boys. Getting her new shoes. All right, folks, so this is what I got. Yes, white lettering, raised white lettering out on the Discover by Cooper AT3 XLTs 275/70R 18s. Look at the tread on those babies. Yeah, quite a bit different than the Transforce by Firestone that I was running on these. But I'm pleased with the white lettering out. I was debating which way to go. I'm happy with what we ended up with. Gotta clean those rims up though. Yes, sir. I will tell you just some initial observations so far on these tires compared to the Transforce. Transforce was like smooth as glass, riding down the highway or riding down the road. The ride was excellent. This is a little bit more bumpier, I should say. You feel those knobs and that tread on the road versus the Transforce. However, with the Transforce, obviously, I didn't have as much grip. And coming up and down this driveway, you could definitely feel it slip at times. And even at times, I'd have to put it in four-wheel drive. Just depends on the situation. No slippage on the gravel, up and down so far, and that's a good thing. We will continue to evaluate and share some afterthoughts of the purchase of the Cooper tires down the road. I'll share more here in the near future. Hopefully I made the right choice. Let me know in the comments what you think about the white letters pointing out versus the black wall. So I just wanted to be a little bit different. I think it does stand out for the better.